All right, so welcome everybody. We are going to create an API. Well, we're going to consume an active API. So the thing is, we want to consume our Spotify. So if you don't have a Spotify account, I would suggest getting one. I'm going to go into incognito mode just to show you. So if you go to spotify.com, I would suggest to go ahead and, if you have an account, get and log into it. That would be great. If you don't have an account, you could create one by signing up, or you can continue by using a single sign-on, whether you're using Facebook, Apple, whatever. So I do have an account. I am going to enter my account in. So it pulls up my account, and what I want to do is I want to go to Spotify because I'm already logged into it, and I want to find developer information. So I have another video that I haven't published, and it walks you through on how to test your API by using Postman. So we'll go to developers, and so you have a bunch of different options up here. Docs is obviously your documentation, which plays a role in learning how to do that, and I talk about that in the Postman video. But what we want to do here is we want to go to dashboard. And what we want to do is create an app for the first time. So you're just going to go back to log in here. Once you have your account, you'll log in with your username and password. If you're signed in, it does something like that. So what you can do here is you can create an app. So I'm going this Pups Music app. So I click on here. For you, you would just click on create an app. So let's walk through create an app. I'll call it my jams. Well, we'll call it wine jams. And we'll just say my type of jams. Now, the thing is, once you sign up to your Spotify account, it's going to download your music, your playlist that you have. And I'll just say, I understand and create. And so then what you'll do is you'll get some information here. You'll get a client ID and you'll get a client secret. That's going to play a role when we get into coding. If you go into edit settings, you could whitelist some stuff. Once again, if you watch the video and post it, we have to whitelist some of this information. So that would be key for starters. We'll come back to that in a minute. So I'm using Visual Studio Code. So I need a set environment. So I am going to open a folder. Make sure I have a folder set up here. I hit cancel. Set the environment. All right. So let's do this. Once it starts up, programming code, documents, and programming code, and open. I'll start up here. We just got a little slow today. All right, so now we got that. We'll update that later. Start. And so we're going to start off with a few different files, and we'll get our files built first. We'll have an app.js file. We will have a home.html or index.html file. Index.html. We will have, let's see what else we need here. We need a style page. .css. And let's see, what else do we need? I think that's good for now. I would also recommend we're going to use live server. If you don't have it, if you come down here to extensions, you could, I don't know what that did. You could type in live server like that. And I have it installed, so it won't let me install it. So if you didn't have it installed, it would say install and it'll allow you to use live server. You'll see why once we get to that point. Okay, so first things first, we want to build out our style first. So what we're going to do here is build our style code out first. This may be a couple videos instead of one or two or whatever. I'm trying to zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, we'll zoom in a little bit. All right, so here's our style. So let's import a Google. We'll use Google's one of their APIs, font information. So I will do import URL like that, and we'll do a semicolon. And what I'm gonna do is I have a copy over here. I'm going to type it in. But let's make sure it works first before we swap it in there. Perfect. That's what we want to use. So I will put that in there. There we go. All right. So next thing we want to do is build our body out. So we'll do our body. We'll do our font family. Here, choose your font family. So what type of type you want. We'll do Mary Poppins. That's not what it is, but that's what I'm typing in. We'll do a, you could change this around anything you want. I'll do sans serif. Perfect. Now we need to, we're gonna have a button drop down. So how it's gonna work is, I've already wrote this code before. So let me show you what that means. So it gives you an idea. So this is our drop down. So we want to provide, for a button here, we need to have a drop down that that allows us to do our toggling. Okay, so that's what we need here. So we'll do our button dot drop down, and we'll do toggle, and we'll do our width, and we'll make it 150 px, and then we'll do our text align, and it will be center. Perfect. Okay. Now we need to do our span caret. This is our positioning. We'll do position, and our position will be absolute, which is a default value. We'll do a left, which is 90%, and we'll do top, which is 45%. Okay. All right, so next thing is we'll have a label, and we'll do padding left. There we go. Padding left, we'll do 0px, and we'll do important is our argument. Okay, let's see what else. We need a form label. Oops, and we need that to be a dot form label. And that will be padding left again. There we go. And the padding left will be 0px. And it'll be important as well. That's spell label wrong. I did. Okay. All right. So next one is control. We'll do form control. We'll do border radius, and we'll do 100px. Now we need a success. So we need a button success. And this is where we choose our background color. In the video, I did green over here. So we'll keep it as is. Now you can change it to something else. You want, you can type in green if that's what you want like that. Or if you want to specify a specific color, you could put the HTML color in here. So I could do 3B, 7B, 4A, which is another type of green. Then I'll do IM. I'll do important. There we go. We will do the border radius. And within the border radius, we'll make 100 pixels. Text. We'll do a border and set it at none. And we will do a cursor. We'll set it a pointer. There we go. All right, so the next thing that we need to do is we need to have our button success hover, like when it hovers over it. So we do success and we do colon. And as you see, it starts pulling some options up here. I don't know if it's in there or not. It's not. I guess it was. I didn't see it. All right. Hover. And we'll do background color. And it'll equal 40 AF64. I think that's it. There we go. And I think that's it. And lastly, we need a image track. Border 3px solid 8. So there we go. All right, so that is our CSS right there. Close that and save it. Boom. Now we need some HTML. Okay, I am a copy and pasting stuff here because I'm not gonna type all this stuff out. All right, so I want to type, wrong one. That's a JS file. Paste it. There we go. We grab these ones here from the internet as well. We're using the existing CSS, and we're using the style.css that we created. Okay. All right, let's go down here. Put a div tag in for class. Equals container. Like that. And then we need to have a form action. And we need it equal nothing. Tick, tick. Okay. And then we need to have an input form. Type equals, you know what? I'm actually just going to copy this in so we get to the coding aspect of it. This is just HTML stuff. I'll go over what I did right here. Just because I don't feel like typing all this in again. So if you look here, we're doing a div tag. We called our class, our container, our class container. This is hidden, and this right here is allows you to select your genre, which is right here. So choose your genre, and then it has your select list, and then submit. So like if you select Sova and maybe like Dreamer, It allows you to select it. There's a border on it. There's your submit button, and there's your list. So I don't want to have to type all that in because we want to focus on that API itself. And then the other aspect is I need some JavaScript that will go in here as well. So let's copy this information. This goes in our div tag. There we go. Perfect. One thing that we do need to do is include our script that we did .js is not nothing anymore at the moment. So we'll do script source equals tech app.js. And then we do type equals tech, and we'll do text JavaScript. Script. There you go. Save that. Now we run that. It shouldn't really be much of anything right now, but let's try it anyways. See, we have nothing. Let's change that title around. Yeah, it's a tutorial there. But if you look at it, we have everything that we need, but it's just a selection here. You notice how that green is back there. So if you go to CSS here, maybe you can change that by poking around here. So maybe, I'm sorry. Maybe I want to make it blue instead. I want to go with something like that, or purplish, and save it. I'm back over here. Well, it didn't seem like that. It was a hover. I don't know. That might be somewhere else. Oh, no, things are getting mixed up. Oh, there it is. So when you hover over, it makes it purple. It's the green. Green's still the dominant color, but at least you have that going. All right. So that is your style. So we have that going. Now we need to write the actual code aspect of it. There's a lot of coding going on. So we're going to stop here on this part of the video. Next part of the video, we'll go through the app.js. There is a lot of coding happening, so we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk soon.